Today's lesson is titled Understanding Percentage. While this is the first time that you are studying percentages in school, I'm sure you've noticed them used in conversations while you're out shopping, and I know that you've seen them written on some of your tests before. I think you're going to like this unit because what you learn will be incredibly helpful in real life. You'll find that you will be able to use what you've learned about decimals and fractions and apply it throughout this unit, and you can use percentages in a practical way throughout your life. Let's get started. Let's pretend that you go to the movies, and there are 100 seats in the theater. 55 seats are occupied. That means that 55 seats are filled. So let's use this to learn what percentage is. How many seats are unoccupied? Well, if there's 100 seats in the theater and 55 are occupied, that means that 45 are unoccupied, right? Next, let's ask, how can we write this as a percentage? If I wanted you to express the number of unoccupied seats as a percentage, how would we write that? Well, before we can get started, you need to know that the percentage symbol means out of 100. So if I wanted to express 45 unoccupied seats as a percentage of all the seats in the theater, I'm simply going to write 45%, because the percentage symbol means out of 100, and we know that there's 100 seats. So this literally means 45 out of 100. If the percentage symbol means out of 100, what does 25% mean? It means 25 out of 100. What does 100% mean? 100% would mean 100 out of 100. Now let's take a look at that 25 out of 100 listed first. That should sound pretty familiar to you because we know how to write that as a fraction, right? We could write 25 out of 100 like this, with 25 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator. So let's take a look at the next one, 100 out of 100. Well, we could write that as a fraction, 100 out of 100, with 100 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator. And think about that one. If we were to simplify 100 out of 100, it would be one whole, right? Because we could divide both the numerator and denominator by 100. So 100 out of 100, or 100%, is the same as one whole. Think about it like this. Let's pretend that you really want this new camera. And you're in the store, and you see a sign that says that it is 100% off. Well, 100% off, 100 is a whole, or the whole amount. That would mean that the camera was free. If it wasn't on sale, you'd have to pay 100% of the cost. So you'd have to pay full price. So 100% off means that it would be free, but if you had to pay 100%, that would mean that you pay full price. So you see, when we use it as percentage off when we're shopping, it means that we get a discount. We get to take some off of what we pay. If we pay full price, we say that we're paying 100%, the whole amount. So let's take a look at some instances where you may have seen percentages before. As I just mentioned with the camera, I was talking about discounts. So I'm sure that you've seen them while shopping. You've seen percentage off stickers or sale signs or clearance signs where you see 30%, 40%, 50% off. And what that means is that you get to take part of the price off of your payment. So if I were getting something at 100% off, as I said earlier, it would be free. 50% off, well, think about that. 50% means 50 out of 100. Well, if we simplify 50 out of 100, that's 1/2. So if you were at a sale at a shoe store that gave something for 50% off, it means you get to pay half price. That's pretty cool. I'm sure you've also seen them before in pie graphs. And I bet you've seen them before while you were researching. Sometimes you see it as a percentage decrease or a percentage increase. So you can see how useful percentages are and how often they're used.